Your Holiness, thank you for your presence over here and your wisdom words. My question is, life is complicated with so many different fates. Who gets
Different
to
what?
decide?
Fate.
Fate. Who gets to decide what is moral? And what attitude should we have towards morality? Are there any circumstances in which we should value love and faith over moral values?
All major religious tradition, the main message is love, forgiveness, tolerance, contentment, self-discipline. In order to strengthen these practice, then use different philosophy. Most of the, I think, including some Indian tradition also, you see, have the concept of creator. But the old religion which developed in Middle East, Judeo-Christian tradition, you see, the main method is creator. Creator, God, everybody described infinite love. So we all are children of same Father, same God. Very powerful. If you sincerely follow these teaching, these belief, then entire 7 billion human beings are children of God, same Father. Entire 7 billion human beings are brothers, sisters, come from one Father. Then if you strictly believe that and follow according to that belief, then how to kill human being, each other? So that's theistic religion, their philosophy, creator, very useful. And then Indian tradition, Sangha philosophy, I think over 3,000 years. So there are two groups. One group believe creator. One group no creator. And then later Jainism, no creator. And then Buddhism, also no creator. According to these non-theistic religion, the self always there, no beginning. So no creator. Your self is ultimately creator, self-creation. So all responsibility on our own shoulder. So training our mind then come. Shamatha, Vipassana, 되게 넘어서네. 되게 넘어서네. right? Or single-pointed meditation, shamatha. That sharpening our mind, increase our mental ability. Our mind usually, you see, they almost become slave of sensorial mind. Seeing something, hear something, and our main mind go that way. So practice of shamatha is not become slave of this sensorial consciousness, but rather the sixth mind itself. So the concentration power means sixth mind's ability to think, single-pointed mind. Then with that analytical meditation, there's vipassana. Analyze. One, firstly, our mind usually is very much scattered. Now that fully control your mind, single-pointed mind, then think about nature of the thing. So now, one my Indian nuclear physicist, my friend, now he no longer, Raja Ramana, he once told me, quantum physics in the West new concept. But in this country, over 2,600 years already developed quantum physics. It's very true. Nothing exists as appears. So, I'm student. We are student of Nalanda tradition. So when we discuss with scientists about quantum physics, they already sort of know, not external thing, nothing exists objectively. All depend observer. Then to scientists, quantum physicists, if you ask, where is observer? Then no answer. In this country, India, over 3,000 years, already sort of carry the investigation, where is observer? So, till Buddha come, the concept of Atma, Atma, self, independent self, something completely independent from this body and mind. So that called Atma. That's the very important, the basis of previous life and this life, from this life, next life. And those individuals who remember about past life, on that basis, you can also easily explain. If this very life created by God, then very difficult to explain those individuals who have clear memory about past life. Very difficult to explain like that. So in this country, I think over 3,000 years already developed the training of mind. Then Buddhism also, you see, further develop these sort of training like that. So these different religious traditions. In the philosophical field, there are many differences. That's just a method. Important is the goal of these different methods. Same goal. Try to promote basic human value. That's human compassion. Okay, next question.